As you can see today, we have something a little bit different. It's a 32 fold. Had a bit of work done to it. It's convertible, as you can see. So I'm going to make a new hood for this. This is something you can't buy off the shelf. It's had a bit of a chop to the hood frame, so it has to be custom made. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a new hood for this 32 fold. So as you can see, I've put some masking tape on all the parts of the hood frame that I need to write on. So I'm gonna put lines on all these bits of tape, just so I can see them when I'm actually putting the patterning fabric over the top. I don't want to draw on the frame itself or on the car, so that's why the tape's there. So the first job is to find the centre. So that's the centre line done. So now I need to mark along this edge, then one here. So this is going to be made in quite a few panels. So there's going to be a centre panel, which is going to be the largest panel, which will run all the way from the front to this rear bow here. There's going to be a panel that runs from this edge to probably around about here and continue here. So that'll be the centre panel inwards from there. There's going to be another panel that runs along the side to this line here, and then this back piece will just be one piece. It's having a window in the back. It's going to be a zip out window, so that'll be a separate piece, the window itself that will zip out in the rear panel itself. The measure from this centre line here to this line and transfer that measurement to the other side. So now I'm happy with all the marks that I've put on. I'll pattern the centre panel first, so this big panel, and then I will pattern these outer panels, then the back panel. So I should have three pieces, or 3 patterns. So I'll get some patterning fabric and I'll do that now. Do the same with this side panel. Yeah, so what I'll have to do is put just a triangular section in here. Sometimes they work out where you can use this as one piece, but just because of the shape of this, the drop down between the height of that and the height of that, if they were the same height, we wouldn't have the problem. here, we wouldn't have the same issue, but because, so yeah, so that's going to have to be an extra piece just in this part here. Or I could make this as one separate piece here. So make this as a piece, this is a separate piece, which I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to put a seam here. Yeah, I'm going to put a seam there. So I'm going to repattern the top from this part to this part. So from this bowl to this bowl is going to be a separate piece, and then the back's going to be a separate piece. I think it'll just look nicer. So I've now got all the patterns on the bench, so I'm just going to see how symmetrical they are. So I'll flip this in half and I'll just see where we're at. They look pretty symmetrical. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to cut the patterns in half, just so I'm not dealing with a big piece of pattern fabric. I'm just dealing with half. I'll just mirror each one, then the hood will be completely symmetrical. So we'll just start by joining the dots. This piece is the side piece that goes over the door. I'm not going to split this because it's not a symmetrical pattern. Double check everything, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to check each pattern against the one that it is sewn to. So I'm happy with those patterns, but because this fabric is not as wide as this, this is, here we look, this is my biggest piece, which is 38 inches. So add a seam allowance to it, it's 38, and let me just double check, yeah, 38 exact. So 38 and 3/8, so I'll have a little bit more. I'll just call it 39 inches on the safe side. Double 39 inches gives me 78 inches. I know the fabric's not 78 inches wide, so I can't lay each pattern piece across its width, so I have to do it down its length. So I have to make sure everything is running the way I want it to run, so I'm going to put a directional mark on, so forward. So the forward isn't forward on the vehicle, it's forward on the fabric. Forward, forward, forward. Now we'll have one going forwards and one going backwards, so it's forwards for that side, and then when I flip it over, forward will be that side. So the first piece I'm going to cut out is the biggest piece. Always cut the biggest piece out, which is this one, the longest piece. I should be able to get 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I should be able to get all the pieces across the width of the fabric. So that shouldn't be a problem. So now I need to cut these pieces out. So now I'm going to put the back window into this this rear panel. This is going to be a zip out window, so it becomes quite tricky at this point. If it was just a normal window that wasn't a zip out, it would be relatively easy. So I've laid the pattern onto the panel. I've cut out the part where the window's going to be. I need to transfer the marks onto this. I need to transfer it onto the panel itself. I need to add a seam allowance to the edge of this here. So I need to put another piece into here to strengthen this part of the back. So that's one half done. I'll do the same with the other half, and then I'll cut this piece out. I don't need that piece. Take this seam so I need to sew this now. Once I've sewn it, I'll turn it under, top stitch it, stitch this to the inside of this. So I need to put some tape on this now before I do that.